How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout, and the subject of discussion today is, of course, TRON TRX, really cementing itself, showing that it can flex its own muscles with this BitTorrent BTT token. And right now, I mean, this comes at a really opportunistic time, what with the TRON Summit and all these things coming up ahead. Definitely a very exciting time for this technology. Certainly a lot of people feeling rather bullish on TRON. And this is all coming at opportunistic. I think the stars have aligned for this one, and it's almost by design. We're coming into it all right this early part of 2019, and it's just interesting to pay attention to these different reports and how they've been coming along. I, for one, am very happy to see the open TRX market really coming into its own, and of course we're going to be seeing multiple different variables coming together that'll definitely bring a lot of attention, positive attention, when it comes to seeing what TRON is going to be capable of. The BTT token is certainly just the start, but it's the sort of things that definitely make TRON stand out for the crowd, and this is really something that's going on that's TRON's doing that definitely is really original, and this is the sort of thing that we're talking about, which separates the cryptocurrencies that are actually have a future from the ones that are really going to fall by the wayside. And when it comes to altcoins, they're really a dime a dozen, but I think the fact that TRON has been able to make such a big headway in such a short time, I'm not surprised to see so many people feeling so bullish about the technology. Of course, a lot of people pointing out that this realistically solves a physical problem on both ends of the spectrum, makes the TRON ecosystem expanded, and at the same time, it solves a pretty historical problem that has been facing BitTorrent, related to incentives. So now the fact that there'll be 990 million BTT floating around definitely does bring a certain new element, a new dimension to the TRON community, and it's something to be celebrated. And I think the TRON community is really enjoying this ride, just rolling along, and it's really unprecedented, and it's going to be taking us in, really giving us a view of TRON, and it's interesting, having read the white paper and seeing this actually fleshed out in the real world. It shows the transparency, and not only that, but it actually shows what we can expect the future to look like. TRON plus BitTorrent, it's practically a match made in heaven. And as I think that BitTorrent's the perfect catalyst to bring all this information together, and I think that it's sort of one of those times where we get to actually witness the crypto world coming into its own, right before our eyes. And in particular, I think that we're seeing, when we look at TRON, what's been happening in the past hour or so. I mean, it's pretty incredible. I mean, of course, we had this slight dip down, but then came right back up. And of course, if we look at how things have been going over the course of the day, it's even more impressive when you look at the week, and even the month is pretty exciting. I mean, earlier this month, if people were buying TRON, I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves, with things rapidly accelerating upward. And I was looking at all these different markers, and I think that it's interesting to see all the different predictions that people were making, and how they're coming together. Definitely a very significant time to be in the TRON community. I'm excited to see how TRON, in particular, we have to pay attention to so many different things in this space, and it's just nice when they all certainly come together. TRON registers its growth at 7%, takes winning position Now, and that was 3 hours ago, and it's obviously showing that there is something behind. There's a method to the madness when it comes to this stuff. I mean, earlier, we were seeing, Tron and Justin Sun, making these realistic, things that you have to give credit for. I mean, all this stuff, big numbers right here, to say the least. And I think, it's interesting. I mean, as of December 24th, the total number of accounts on Tron's global network surpassed 1 million. And by the last day of 2018, the numbers of DApps on Tron reached 83. Ending the year with a success, and I'm sure those numbers have been updated since then. It just goes to show you how quickly these things can happen. Now, BitTorrent traffic is once again on the rise, and it really does take me back to like 2004, or back whenever I was using this BitTorrent, and I think that it definitely is good usage for that information and all these different things. So this tweet right here was interesting too. Tron hit 560 Satoshi January 5th, which is the highest BTC value of a TRX since July 8th of 2018, which is half a year ago now. Tron has achieved 1 million accounts, 100 DApps during a year-long bear market, and I think that this tweet really does show the power of the vision. And I think as long as we stay connected, the community's been able to gather around, and basically have their voice heard, and you got to give credit where credit is due, especially in the current market, with the 132, and it only makes you wonder what could Tron do, in the bull market, when things finally get going. But yeah, I definitely think that hats off to Justin Sun, certainly the genius behind these things that makes it all work. And I think that the decentralization of the internet, it's only right. I mean, the future of so many different things hangs on the balance of what the internet can provide. And this tweet right here by Tron Foundation, of course, keep decentralizing the web, tokenizing the world's largest decentralized file sharing protocol. Want to know more about BTT, BitTorrent, Binance, Launchpad, all these things, an airdrop plan. And of course, you guys can follow the link if you feel so inclined to do so. But yeah, some definitely exciting things happening. Great way to start off the 2019. Tron price predictions obviously pouring in. Interesting. Seeing people talking about a $12 Tron. I mean, it looks like one of the titles I put on my videos, but hey, it is that's it is something interesting. And now analytics have predicted that the value of Tron might hit $12 mark by the end of 2019, and wouldn't that be great? See something like that actually happen. But all that being said, obviously remember this video is just for entertainment, educational purposes only. Obviously I'm happy to make these videos. I think it's great to engage with the community in this way, and if you guys are interested in connecting with us, you can do so at CryptoTuber. That's our Twitter. And I think that there's some interesting things in the works for Tron. It's exciting to see Tron achieving these different milestones. And I think that there's going to be more stuff to come. Of course, a renewed interest in Tron. As these things continue to pile on top of each other, and of course it is impressive to see this stuff unfolding right before our eyes. And I think we'll probably see the value and so forth bouncing around. I mean, obviously it's going to be an uphill battle, but it is interesting to see nonetheless, especially in the context of how we've been seeing BTC functioning. But all that being said, obviously remember, I'm not your dad. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Obviously this video is not advice, but in my opinion, I'm excited to see what we're going to be seeing from Tron And Justin Sun certainly is a true genius of our time, with what he's been showing us he's capable of doing. And I think it extends beyond a lot of people's expectations when you consider the current market and the different protocols that need to be followed. And I think it was interesting to see Tron meeting a lot of these different resistance levels and really exceeding a lot of expectations. But all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.